We're live on Telegram, live on Rumble, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. We're talking about supplements when we're sick. When we get sick, when we have problems, how do we take supplements? Which ones do we take? How does it work? And that's what we're talking about today. This is really exciting. I just took some just now. You guys on Telegram might have saw me do it. I just took Celery Force because what I do is I'll take a bunch of Celery Force before I'll start a live. And then like 8 minutes after I take it, something starts happening. I still, to this day, I laugh about it all the time. I laugh about it all the time. Like 8 minutes, 9 minutes after taking the Celery Force. I don't know if you guys have experienced this. The first day I took it, it was like something like 12 minutes or something. And all of a sudden, I was like rearranging the freezer. I was rearranging the refrigerator, like something was happening. So what I do is before some lives, I'll take some Celery Force. And then after about 5 minutes or something, next thing you know it, I'm on the pink phone. And I'm on the pink phone. But anyway, you guys, I'm glad you guys are here. We're doing a live today. As you guys can see, I got Cleanse to Heal in front of me right here. And I have the symptoms and conditions part opened, right? So you'll see in here, I have that. And I have pages marked because I want to talk about different conditions. Like I have autoimmune disease marked, right? Because everybody's getting an autoimmune diagnosis. Everybody is going to have an autoimmune diagnosis. You don't have one now, you'll have one. Mark my words. That's not negative thinking. It's just a fact of what's happening. You know, it's not like it was years ago. You live your life, nothing really happens. You're 85 years old, you got heart disease and kidney failure, and that's how you go or something. Right now, it's a different world now. You could be 12 years old, 13 years old, 15 years old, 19 years old, 25, 35, 38, 39, 40, and you get the autoimmune diagnosis. It can hit at any time. It happens all Hashimoto's, thyroid problems, boom, autoimmune. Fatigue. Once it's chronic fatigue, autoimmune. Alopecia, autoimmune. Eczema, autoimmune. Psoriasis, autoimmune. Vitiligo, autoimmune. It's endless, right? And so autoimmune, it's unbelievable. But hundreds of autoimmune conditions, right? So that's the whole thing. You don't even need a condition. Just go to your practitioner, go to your doctor with some aches and pains. They do an ANA, C-reactive protein, and you got autoimmune with no diagnosis. You can actually go to your doctor and they can just look at your markers. And they can just be like, well, we don't know exactly. You're now going to have to go to an autoimmune specialist because we took you this far and we see you have autoimmune markers. You got your ANA is up. Your C-reactive protein is up. Something's up right there, right? And so they'll be like, now you got to go to your next doctor and find out what autoimmune disease you might have. You don't even need a diagnosis anymore to get the autoimmune label. Not at all. So anyway, that's just one thing we're talking about. So what you guys see right here is I might do some zinc shock therapy. I might do a little bit of vitamin C shock therapy too. Good to see you guys. I'm going live exclusively at 6:45 on Rumble later, Eastern, 3:45, okay, Pacific. So I'll be on Rumble later. It's just going to be, a little bit of an exclusive Rumble. That's like we've been doing lately. So I hope you guys all come there later. So check it out when you get a chance. So I'm going over symptoms and conditions. I'm talking about supplementation, how to take them. What you see out here are a whole bunch of different supplements, right? And you see my celery juice. You see that right there. You see my celery juice. You also see aloe. See some aloe vera right there. Every single day, I take a knife, hack off a piece, hack off the tail right here, and then I fillet it. Cut off 2 inches, fillet it open, section it like that. I take it, I just eat it every single day. And that's actually that's a therapy. That's part of a protocol. So I have that right here. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to use Cleanse to Heal, how to use the supplements chapter, how do you use the supplements section, and the dosage and everything. Dr. Fawn, MD, good to see you. Yep, amazing. Aloe is it me you're looking for? So here we are, you guys. So let's start. I got the little shot glasses. Now, you can take tinctures straight, just in your mouth. You can do that. I'll take B12 straight like that. Every single day I'll do. Lately with everything, because I'm working really hard right now. Lately I'll take more B12 than I usually do. But you can do them straight in your mouth like this, right? That's 2 dropperfuls right there. And you can also do it this way too. I just want to show you a couple little things before we go into symptoms and conditions. This is going to be an interesting live. So what I did, I just put 2 dropperfuls of B12 right in here. You put a little bit of water too. So I recommend that too. I recommend you put your tinctures in an ounce of water. Definitely. You can do that. Send that down. Okay. Talking about using golden seal too. We'll go into that a little bit. Different conditions. So here we are. All right. We're in knowing the cause and the protocol of cleanse to heal. Now, if you guys don't have cleanse to heal, it's a critical life-saving tool. It's important to have in your life. Even just small pieces, tidbits taken out of this book and applying it into your life can make changes in your health. It's really incredible what this book has done. And if you want to know where this book is, it's on Amazon.com US, right? It's also at Book Depository, other places around the world. I think it's at Target, other places. But Amazon.com US is running a sale, 51% off. It's $16.99. You could also get it free at the library. If you go to the library, every now and then you'll see somebody say, hey, I went to the library. I got it. So I'm in knowing the cause and the protocol section. By the way, millions of copies have been sold around the world with this Cleanse to Heal book. It's changing lives. No marketing campaigns. No PR and marketing firms. Didn't hire any companies to buy a whole bunch of books so you can make some list or something. Like, this is hardcore, organic, just grassroots people healing and telling someone else. That's how medical medium information gets around. Doesn't get around by running a whole ton of this and a whole ton of marketing campaigns. So that's important to know. Millions of copies have already gone around the world. People are getting their lives back. And it's just incredible. And they're learning how to use the supplement protocol section. I mean, it's just, when you think about it, it's so amazing. Knowing the cause and the protocol, that's the part we're in right now. What you need to know about supplements. This is important. In order to heal, sometimes we need to go a little bit further. Critical detail. Sometimes we can take ourselves through our healing process through just some foods. Definitely, if we know how to use them and the right tools are there, like the celery juice. People knock out their acid reflux. Boom, I'm done. Acid reflux gone. I got my celery juice and my acid reflux is gone. Right? Nina says, this book changed my life and healed my eczema, my brain fog, and chronic neck pain. So the book helped you heal your chronic neck pain, your eczema, your brain fog. Amazing. That's incredible. So sometimes we need to go further, right? The book can do so much for you because you can do a mono cleanse. Heal the gastroparesis attacks, heal the gastric attacks, heal the spasms, heal the constipation, heal the intestinal tract disorders, heal the celiac, heal the Crohn's, heal the colitis, heal the IBS. Sometimes we can just go that, we just do that. And a lot of people have all kinds of different things. They have neurological symptoms. Crazy heart palpitations going on, ringing in the ears and all the tinnitus. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And they got the dizziness and the balance issues. I won't do that to you guys because there's so many of you that do have vertigo and balance issues, and I don't want to throw you off. But there's so many different conditions, right? And we have to go a little bit further to our healing process. And that's when we can start to learn some protocols with the supplements. That's how incredible this book is. Every morning I wake up and I'll say to Spirit of Compassion, did we do it? Did we do it? I mean, did we really finish Cleanse to Heal and put that book out for people? And when I hear the reports of millions around the world already have the book, I'm just like, did we do it? Are we changing lives? Are we saving lives? Because that's all I care about. How many lives are we saving? So we're in the supplement section right here. Supplements to avoid while cleansing. Let me read that for a second, you guys. And we're going to go into this a little bit more. If you are on supplements that are not medical medium recommended, for instance, whey protein powder. That's not medical medium recommended. That's a terrible thing. Plant protein powders. You gotta worry about those plant protein powders, you guys. They're filled with natural flavoring. They're filled with all these natural flavors and MSG. They're filled with citric acid. They're filled with really cheap ingredients. There's all kinds of things. You gotta worry about that. Okay. Fish oil. Disastrous. Somebody said in a YouTube comment, they said, why does he get so dramatic? And I said, disastrous. I say that because what happens is if I just go, yeah, it's bad to do some fish oil. What? No one heard it. I'll just take more fish oil. Let me take more fish. Where's my fish oil? I thought he said no fish oil, but I'm going to take more fish oil. It's that bad, fish oil, right? Collagen. Useless. Absolutely useless. Why do you think all the collagen powders changed? You guys, you know I wrote about collagen in the Medical Medium book series, and then it changed collagen now. Now they're putting vitamin C in collagen powders. Zinc. They're putting nettle leaf in collagen powders. Let's just keep on ripping people off more and more with little bits of bad zinc and little bits of bad nettle leaf, right? They're low quality, whatever. Now they're just, collagen powders are now building blocks of collagen because Medical Medium Information taught everybody that you can't create collagen by eating collagen. I'm gonna get my skin nice and strong like this pig, so I'm just gonna have more pork. I'm gonna eat more pork. I'm gonna have pork ears. Maybe that'll fix my ear. You know? I want to fix my nose. I don't really like my nose that much, so I'm gonna eat some pig nose. And that's gonna grow. I'm gonna heal my nose that way. I got all kinds of problems. My brain fog. If I eat a pig's brain, my brain fog will get better. I think my brain's gonna get better. I got feet issues, you guys. And my feet are loaded with nail fungus, so I better just eat the pig hoofs. Pig hoofs. My feet are already better. I think I got my feet better. Let me just have some collagen. Let me have some collagen powder. Fix my collagen. It doesn't work. That's why collagen's changing now. There's 1,000 collagens out there now that turn the corner because the Medical Medium put it out there that you can't fix your collagen by eating collagen. You have to have building blocks. All right, we got to get into this. We're talking about supplements, how to use them, what to do, all of it. Important to know, okay? So, fish oil, collagen, chlorella. Terrifying. It could kill children. Chlorella. I think I'm doing really good for my kids, and I got the chlorella that this practitioner told me, or this whatever told me, and I saw it online that chlorella is so good. Nightmare. Multivitamins. Yeah, junk multivitamins out there. Hair, skin, and nail supplements. Scam of a lifetime. My God. It's just sad. It's just heartbreaking when you think about it. And gut powder blends. Let me have this next gut powder blend here. And what's in here? Bentonite clay. Jesus Christ, you can rip your guts apart with bentonite clay. You can really get hurt with bentonite clay. Destroy your lining. See why this is here? Supplements to avoid while cleansing. In hopes to God that you actually don't take something so bad that you hurt yourself while you're trying to do a Medical Medium cleanse that's actually healing you. If you guys just got on here, I'm reading the section out of Cleanse to Heal, supplement section. Make sure you have the book. Get it free at the library. Get it on Amazon.com US, $16.99, 51% off the angelic price because it costs more to print it. All right? So you got to look out for these things, okay? That's important to know. So let's get into some supplement parts too, right? Okay? There's so many great spots right here. If you're dealing with more than one symptom or condition at the same time, I'm reading right out of here, pick the one that looms largest in your life. What is looming largest in your life? Okay? Is it your tinnitus? You guys like this ear? Is it the labyrinth of the inner ear that's inflamed that nobody knows about? That's what your tinnitus is, the labyrinth of the inner ear? Is it the labyrinth of the inner ear that's inflamed? Is it tinnitus? If that's the one that looms the largest, the most, is in your way, then tinnitus is where you go inside the book. Supplements for hot flashes, please. So there's a hormone like that. Look, there's a hormone part too in the supplement section, right? So let's just take a look. There's over 200 symptoms and conditions in here, right? So let's go see if we can find hot flashes. Is this the situation where I was thinking hot flashes was in here out of the 200 conditions, and for some reason it's not? So I'm going to keep on looking here. So, okay, here we go. Hot flashes. Phew. Phew. I was sweating it out. I was sweating it out right there, okay? I was. I told you, it hits. The celery force hits after something like between 8 and 12 minutes, 8 and 15 minutes, and then it hits. It's what it does. It's just, I still can't explain that. I know a lot of you guys have used the celery force, right? The Vimergy celery force. Right, so hot flashes right here. This is in the section of hot flashes, chills, night sweats, running hot, body temperature fluctuations, right, you guys? True cause, a sluggish, stagnant liver filled with a variety of toxins, including toxic hormones from years of fight and flight, toxic heavy metals such as mercury, aluminum, and copper, poisonous viral byproduct and other waste matter from Epstein, Barr, right, and all the different varieties, shingles and all the different varieties, or many other varieties, HHV6, herpes simplex 1, 2, all these different toxins from these viruses that everybody has inside of them, plus old pharmaceuticals. What old pharmaceuticals is looming inside of your liver? Sitting there, cold medicines, antibiotics you've taken, anti-anxiety pills, antidepressant pills, right? Benzodiazepines. What else? The pill. The pill just sits in women's livers. It just sits in there. It sits in there. You take the pill. Here's a pill every single day for 30 days. And 30 days go by. Another 2 years go by. Another 3 years go by. I'm on the pill for 3 years. Now I'm on the pill for 5 years. Your liver's just it's being filled up with this. And then when the hot flashes come, it wasn't the pill. And I'm not saying, everybody has the right to do whatever they want. Take the pill, they don't, whatever happens in their life, right? Whatever they decide. But the point is that it builds up. People don't know. And then when you get the hot flashes or anti-anxiety meds, I'm on anti-anxiety meds for 2 years straight. Bam, you got those hot flashes 5 years later. 5 years later, right? And then old pharmaceuticals, like I said, that pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, fresheners, air fresheners, scented candles, perfumes, colognes. Yeah, perfumes, colognes are the Trojan horse of hell. Perfumes and colognes is how they can take you out. There's pesticides in that stuff. I'm not talking about pesticide residue. I'm talking about that smell you smell is a pesticide. It's crazy how it works. Okay, so let's talk about how this works. We're in the hot flash section. Hot flashes, chills, night sweats, running hot, body temperature fluctuations, right, you guys? Stagnant, sluggish liver because of a host of different problems I talked about in Cleanse to Heal. If you just got on here, you gotta have a copy of this someday. I say that all the time because I know people go, I'll get it next year. I'm like, okay, I'll get better next year. Yeah, I'll get my life better 2 years from now. Yeah, I'll heal myself 5 years from now. I'll start working on it down the road. Yeah, I don't need the book. I'll just stay sick and work on it later. Fresh celery juice, that's in there right there, part of the protocol. Boom, the hot flash protocol, fresh celery juice. Why? Because you're cleaning up the liver. Grogu just scared me just now. I thought I had an alien in here. You're cleaning up the liver with the celery juice. Part of the protocol right there, okay? Okay, ashwagandha's in this protocol. Ashwagandha, right? So this is the Vimergy ashwagandha. This one's a new bottle I just brought out because these are supplements I take too, obviously. Quality matters. So it really matters. This is a incredible product they have. I'm not sponsored, right? I'm putting a dropper full right there. What does it say here? It says ashwagandha, 1 dropper full right there. There's no alcohol, no additives, nothing bad like that. Incredible stuff, but it's I don't want to waste your time talking about the quality. Quality level is incredible, but I want to talk about the protocol. I just did 1 dropper full of ashwagandha in there. So this is for hot flashes. This is for chills and night sweats, running hot, body temperature fluctuations. This is what I would do if I had any of that. If I had hot flashes all through the night, I would go in here and be like, okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? That's what I would do. So I just did that. I put a little bit of ashwagandha in there. Let's see what else is in here, though. Okay? That's the Vimergy product. V as in Victor, I, M as in Mary, ERGY.com. I saw somebody ask. So it's Vimergy.com. I'm not sponsored by these guys, but the quality can't be beat anywhere yet. I'm waiting for companies to actually try to supersede the quality here on this, because when they do, I'll start recommending them. I'll recommend them right away. If a company can match Vimergy or beat them, I will recommend them. Check out the Medical Meme directory if you want to check that out, medicalmeme.com, the directory there. So, okay, that's one thing right there, right? Cat's claw. Interesting. Why is cat's claw in hot flashes, chills, night sweats, running hot, body temperature fluctuations? Why is cat's claw in there? That's an interesting thing right there. Cat's claw, 1 dropper full twice a day. I'm going to pop that in there. I'm popping that in there with the ashwagandha. Do you know why cat's claw is in there? Because a lot of people's hot flashes is viral pathogen byproduct, which means pathogens are living inside their liver. Cat's claw is going in there to knock out pathogens. All right? Let's keep moving along. Lemon balm. Right there. Lemon balm. 2 dropper fulls. 1 dropper full, 2 dropper fulls. You might be somebody that's like, well, I don't have hot flashes. Then maybe you have autoimmune. Maybe you have fibro. Maybe you have lupus. Maybe you have something else. It's the autoimmune section there, right? Maybe you got MS. Maybe you got neurological Lyme. Maybe you got tinnitus, vertigo. Maybe you got eczema, psoriasis. Maybe you got something else. And the protocols are in here. I don't know what I can do. I could work. I could talk to Spirit of Compassion. I could break all the rules in the health world, in the sense where we got more people healed than ever before in chronic illness history, which breaks all the rules, because you're not supposed to get millions of people better, but yet medical medium information did that. I can do all this, but I can't do any more than that. You have to sometimes say, you know what, I think I'm going to go to the library, I'm going to get the book out for free, and I'm going to work on it. Or whatever, get the book Amazon or something. So there's the lemon balm. Licorice root. Why licorice root? Okay? Licorice root's a big one for those hot flashes. What does it say for licorice root? 1 dropper full. I just put the 1 dropper full in. Okay? Right? And then it has a couple more things. It's got the chaga mushroom in here. It's got the curcumin. Right? There's a curcumin. So that's what's incredible about this. I see vitamin B12, so then there's the vitamin B12. It says 1 dropper full daily with the hot flashes. Just showing you guys how this works, right? And then zinc. Best zinc there is on the market. I know people, ever since Medical Medium got the word out on the zinc, because no one used zinc. It was very rarely used anywhere. Store shelves would have some old zincs on there. like in Whole Foods, it would sit there for 2 years. I've heard from people that literally in health food stores where years ago, they've had to throw away the zinc off the shelves because it always went out of date. Nobody used zinc. And then what happened is medical medium information taught everybody about the viruses and taught everybody about how to use zinc, and it exploded it. Now every single person's coming out with their own zinc, and it's got junk in it and garbage in it. That's the zinc that's important. So 1 dropper full of zinc in there. I'm going to add a little water to this protocol. Okay. And that right there is an example of protocol use right there. And it tastes pretty darn good. Doesn't taste that bad at all. All right, let's move on. So that was something, you guys. Let's go to neurological issues. Let's see. Here we are, neurological symptoms, right? We're in Cleanse to Heal if you just got here. We're doing supplement protocol. We're using Vimergy supplements. I got Aloe 2 in front of me right here. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'll show you how I can cut this open and do this, right? All right. Might do some vitamin C shock therapy while we're at it. So what I do anyway, I'll show you with the aloe in a second. I just want to cut the tail off. I always cut the tail off the plant, right? You know, I'm not going to use that bit of aloe. I mean, you can squeeze that tail out. Absolutely. You could put it on your skin. You can do anything like that. But I usually cut the little piece off the bottom there. All right. And I'll go into that a little bit more too. Now listen, at 6:45 Eastern, 3:45, right, Pacific, I'm going to be on Rumble exclusively. I'm going to be talking about the tragedy of urine therapy. Tragedy of urine therapy. So I'm going to talk about urine therapy. But it's only on Rumble at 6:45 Eastern, 3:45, okay, Pacific time. All right, we're in neurological symptoms. Now, if I had tightness of the chest, like you just feel the tightness in the chest, whether it's anxiety, exactly, or not, or just you feel tightness in the chest and you don't know why. If I had trembling hands or had moments where it's in the middle of the day and the trembles come, or at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the trembles come, or they're just there, or you don't, maybe your hands are really still and there's no trembling, right? But yet what's happening is you feel like you're trembling inside. Neurological symptom. If I had twitches and spasms, you know, my eye, or twitches and spasms here, twitches and spasms, okay? Good to see you guys. By the way, we're live on Telegram. That's the thing. Medical Medium does lives. We don't like to pre-record anything. We don't like to pre-record anything. We want it live. That's how we do it. I've been very blessed to be able to do live performances, and people wonder, how does he do it? Because the podcast doctors won't do it. No one else will do it. They all pre-record everything and edit everything because they say the wrong thing every other second, and they don't know what they're saying, and they have to kind of pre-record everything. I understand that. How does he do things live? One reason is because Spirit of Compassion. That's one reason. Because I'm hearing Spirit of Compassion. At the same time, I'm working with you guys, reading your stuff, hearing Spirit, working in here, and I'm able to do it for some reason. It's all kind of, all put together. Plus, I'm on a lot of celery force right now. So anyway, twitches and spasms, muscle weakness. That's one right there. Your legs feel like sandbag. You got the chronic fatigue syndrome. Your legs feel like they're sandbags. They feel heavy. Your arms feel heavy. All of that. Any muscle weakness at all, or you're just feeling muscle weakness, right? Neurological symptom. Maybe you had it once in a while in your life. What about numb fingers? Tingles and numbness. You just called it right here. Tingles and numbness in here, right? The tingles, the numbness, fingers, toes, numb fingers. They go numb easy. Everything goes numb easy. Sometimes it just randomly goes numb. It's not just about how you're sitting or what you're doing, right? Restless legs. The nighttime restless legs, right, guys, on Telegram? The nighttime restless legs. That's a big one right there. Restlessness in general. Weakness of the limbs, right? We talked about that a little bit with muscle weakness, but weakness of the limbs too. Muscle spasms and aches and pains. Random aches and pains. I feel like I'm 80 years old. I feel like I'm 70 years old when I shouldn't be because I'm a young person, I'm a young woman, I'm a young guy. Aches and pains, right? And then, so if physical injury has not occurred, neurological symptoms are caused by the viral explosion of the 20th century. That means that the viruses that have been passed down from our family lines, that we also contract, that we pick up in restaurants, that we pick up wherever we are, we pick up in public bathrooms, we pass along to others, sexual transmission or intimate transmission or however we want to do it, the viral explosion that's happening today, the simplexes, the shingles, the EBVs, the HHV6, the cytomegalovirus, that's what we're talking about there, okay? That's part of the whole neurological symptom problem. People don't realize their mononucleosis is now their neurological symptoms now years later. Their mono that they had camped out inside their liver, sat in there, and then left the liver, went to the thyroid and the reproductive system, causing endometriosis and PCOS in women, but that went to the thyroid, right? Started causing the hypothyroidism, the hyperthyroidisms, the cysts and the nodules on the thyroid. People don't know this. The Epstein Barr, and then the Epstein Barr leaves the thyroid. It does. Leaves the thyroid and creates the neurological symptoms everybody's dealing with. And they get the fibro diagnosis, the RA diagnosis, they get the lupus diagnosis, they get all the different diagnoses, the neurological Lyme over time, or just have these symptoms. That's the Epstein Barr. So what do? We want to kill off the Epstein Barr. So I'm in the book right here. So basically what it is I got neurological symptoms that are unexplained. It's not from physical injury. The doctor checks out. Everything's okay. Right? Whether they give you a autoimmune diagnosis or not. So what do? So I'm in neurological symptoms, and it says aloe vera. Aloe vera. 2-inch piece, right? So what I do is I cut this piece off first, okay? I'll cut that piece off first, right? I'm going to move the book for 2 seconds right here. Now I'm going to cut a 2-inch. I mean, that's a little bigger than 2-inch. Maybe that's a bigger piece, but somewhere around there, right? Nice hunky piece off this aloe vera leaf. This is part of the protocol right here. You know, I noticed that people say, I did medical medium, I didn't get better. And then someone asks them, like, what'd you do? Oh, I don't know. I was doing something. I did celery juice for 2 weeks. Or I was on this other guy's YouTube, and he said to do this and to do that, but I was still doing medical medium. Oh, you were? I think you were a dabbler. And it's okay to be a dabbler. There's nothing wrong with being a dabbler. Just realize, have you really done the protocols? Have you learned? Have you done the book? Right? I just cut this big piece off right here. Huh? And I poured it. Hey, Lim. What I love about the aloe, it tastes so good. So I just filleted this, and this is how I filleted it right here. I think you just swallowed it almost whole, right? Now what you could do is you can take it out and you can throw it in a blender, fillet it, throw it in a blender, and blend it up with some water. You don't have to do it like I just did. What I also do is I take a spoon and I'll also scrape a little bit to the leaf right here and go like this. So good, all right? So that's the aloe right there, and that's amazing for gastritis, celiac, IBS. What you just saw right there can help so many people with Crohn's, colitis, celiac, IBS, gastric spasms, gastroparesis. This is really an incredible tool right there, right? So 2 or more inches of fresh gel, skin removed. Boom, we just did it, right? Barley grass juice powder, got it right here. That's the medical medium dosage is 1 teaspoon or 3 capsules daily. That's the Vimergy barley grass juice powder right there. Cat's claw, back to that again. Neurological symptoms. It's calling for cat's claw. Cat's claw kills viruses. Okay? If this is a lot to pick up right now throughout this live, the book has the details. Make sure you just have the book, right? I mean, it's dirt cheap at Amazon.com US right now. I wake up every morning and I check and I go, thank God, they're still doing this. They still have it so priced so low for this book. All right, 2 dropperfuls twice a day of cat's claw. 2 dropperfuls. Give you a little bit of rundown. What's a dropperful? A dropperful is whatever goes into the dropper. That's it. That's a dropperful. It's whatever goes into the dropper. Really important to know. Okay? A half dropperful would be whatever that half of whatever you just came in there. So that would be a half dropperful right there. That's an example. So I just did 2 dropperfuls of cat's claw, right? It says curcumin. That's on the list. What does it say about curcumin? 2 capsules twice a day, because what curcumin is, and this is a high quality one, so what curcumin does is it has anti-inflammatory properties. It doesn't mean it kills viruses, but it acts as aspirin. Curcumin acts like aspirin. Quality matters too. It's critical, right? It's to help bring down a little bit of that viral inflammation. That's why that's in there. What else is in there, right? D-mannose. So D-mannose, 1 tablespoon. Actually, I was in the wrong one right there. Sorry. There's no D-mannose in this one. All right, we're in the right one now. Okay. So yeah, you got the cat's claw. We got that in there. We got the curcumin. That's in there too. Now we're going into golden seal. Team, I was in Overactive Bladder, by the way, for a second, which is really an important one. So I want to go to Overactive Bladder. That's why we're live. That's why we do this live. In hopes that happens. The fun stuff happens, right? So for interstitial cystitis, that's what the D-mannose powder was. But we'll talk about that in a minute. So golden seal. Let's hit the golden seal. 1 dropper full twice a day. Put the dropper full in here. That's the Vimergy golden seal right there. Okay. So we got that in there. Next one, lemon balm. Lemon balm is antiviral, but what I love about lemon balm is it calms the nerves. So the lemon balm would be 4 dropperfuls. 4 dropperfuls of the lemon balm for neurological problems. So I just did 4 dropperfuls right there. Now, if you're sensitive, you can take a drop. If you're sensitive, you can take a drop. Look at this. Ready? 1 drop. 2 drops. 3 drops. If you're sensitive, look at that. 4 drops. Okay? I'm going to give you guys a quick rundown. I watched it for decades. No one healed. No one healed from whatever they were diagnosed with, candida, whatever it was. They had neurological problems, didn't even know it was that. They just stayed sick for decades. I watched it out there when I was young, and people came up with glorious ideas. You can try to eat this. You can try to do this. But people stayed sick. The way you heal is you really know the details of intricate protocols that actually work and have a history of working and getting people's lives back. That's how you heal. Intricate, critical protocols that get people's lives back, that have a history and a street cred, that have already healed people around the world. That's how people really heal. Because I watched it for years. People go into this place and this clinic, and then they go here, and then they go there, and then they're trying this and trying that, and they just stay sick. It's so sad when I think about it. It's so sad. So we just put that in there. Let's see. There's a few other things. There's B12. There's vitamin C. Vitamin C is 5 capsules twice a day. 5 capsules twice a day. So I almost says, but he's 31 years old. So how has he seen it for decades when he's 31 years old? I wish I was 31 years old. That would be really awesome. You know, I wish Spirit can do that for me. Spirit of compassion. I wish he can just put me in a time machine and bring me back to when I was 31. That was more than 2 decades ago. More than 2 decades ago. Like, way more, right? Anyway, zinc right there. 1 dropper full twice a day. I'm in the neurological symptom protocol, you guys. Lucy says, I'm new here. What is the brand of these supplements? This is Vimergy, is what it is. It's V as in Victor, I, M as in Mary, ERGY, Vimergy.com. I don't even call them supplements privately, like privately in my head, privately in my family. I don't even call them supplements because they're above supplements. That's what I've learned. Supplements, even though I use the term supplements and everything because that's the technical term, but when you see people heal when they do protocols using high quality stuff like this, it's like beyond. It's like above that. It's a whole different thing happens. When you do zinc shock therapy, which since you're new here, you don't know what zinc shock therapy is, but it's inside this book right here. It saved a lot of people, a lot of people's lives, the zinc shock therapy. When you use the right zinc for that, everything changes. It's such a great thing. Anyway, you guys, I'm just using some of the stuff in here. You can just do... I tell people all the time, when you read this section in the book about protocols, you can just do 3 supplements. 3. You start there. You start with 2 supplements. You start with 3 supplements. You start with 4. And I talk about the top 4, the top 3. The details are in here. Don't get overwhelmed. Whatever you do, if you don't even want to start in the supplement protocol section, you start in the cleansing section, 369. Maybe the heavy metal detox smoothie cleanse, right? Maybe the mono cleanse. Maybe something like that. You don't have to get overwhelmed. The whole point is something happens when you have the knowledge in your hands, even if you don't dive deep yet. And you say, you know what, I'm going to try a little bit of this. I'm going to empower myself and try a little bit of this. I could do this right now. And that's what's incredible, really. All right? We got the golden seal in here, the cat's claw in here, the lemon balm in there, 4 dropables of lemon balm. We got a lot of stuff in here. The zinc in here. Knock that down right there. Boom. It's down. You want that glass bottle? I just saw that. Overactive bladder. Let's cover that for a couple of minutes. A news flash. Quick news flash right now while we're live. Okay? The tragedy of urine therapy. Exclusive talk on Rumble later today. 6:45 Eastern, 3:45 Pacific. We're going to talk about urine therapy. All right? You guys, what I love about protocols at work, you can save years and thousands of dollars. Even if you don't venture into the supplement protocol section in here, but you just start one thing, celery juice in the protocol section right there. One thing, celery juice. You do a little bit of the aloe. You learn some of these medical medium tools. You can take yourself to that place. You're getting yourself to that place, right? Tammy Strangs asks a question. Where do you start if you have multiple symptoms? I have hot flashes, ringing in the ear, and nerve issues. Really good point. You pick the one that looms over you the most. Which one looms over you the most, right? You got multiple symptoms. Is it hot flashes? By the way, you should watch this from the beginning, the hot flash part. Maybe you did, but you're wondering where should you start, right? Ringing in the ears. Say you're somebody and you got ringing in the ears, which is the inflammation of the labyrinth of the inner ear, okay? And it gets inflamed by Epstein Barr. It creates tinnitus, get popping, fluttering, buzzing, noises in here, right? Whatever's going on. Or you get the ringing. And that ringing, people don't realize it. When a fan is on, the ring could actually change and make, when different noises are happening, the ring can get louder at night instead in the morning. In the morning, it's lower for a lot of people. It gets louder at night. This is viral nerve inflammation inside the ear. I talk about it. Tinnitus is in here. Now, which one looms the most? That's the one you can start with if you like. And what you'll notice, when you work on the symptom that looms the most, other symptoms start getting better and you're like, what the heck is going on here? Why is everything starting to get better? Because guess what? That Epstein Barr you had or that whatever that you have, it's causing other problems. That streptococcus you have that's giving you overactive bladder, it's causing other problems. Let's go over overactive bladder while we got a chance. Okay? There's protocols for over 200 symptoms and conditions. We're going to go into OAB is where we're going next. You know, I heard a commercial on the radio. I was in the car the other day, and are you suffering from OAB, overactive bladder? Come to our clinic. We have different therapies. And I'm like, yeah, I heard those therapies before. I heard a lot of people going there too. I've heard that for years. They said, you may be one of the very few people that find relief at our clinic for OAB. Make sure you see our clinic for OAB. This message was brought to you by... And then all of a sudden the radio went on and some music went on, the music went on. And I'm like, dear Lord, does anybody even stand a chance? Anyway, OAB, I got it right here. All right. Chronic inflammation of the bladder is due to a low-grade infection, either years past or years present. Maybe not years present, but present, right? Interstitial cystitis, right? OAB, overactive bladder, UTIs, yeast infections, BV, bacterial vaginosis. Like all this stuff gets all tied into overactive bladder, by the way. Okay? So one or more of the over 50 groups of Streptococcus bacteria or even Epstein-Barr can fall into the category of OAB because Epstein-Barr has so many toxins coming out of the liver that it gets into the kidneys eventually, causing the pudendum nerve and other nerves around the bladder to get inflamed, and then you have overactive bladder. That's how it works, right? Normally, both a virus and bacteria are present in combination, you guys, working with each other in the same environment. Neurotoxins that the viruses release can irritate the lining of the bladder, like I just told you, while bacteria nestles themselves deep in the bladder lining, both causing inflammation at once. I don't think I have a bladder prop. Oh yeah, I do have a bladder prop. I had to remove the bladder prop because someone complained on TikTok that this was like sexual content or something or whatever on TikTok. Just having the anatomy dummy here. So I was like, well, what do I do? How many parts can I remove off this anatomy without a problem? So yeah, no, I can't even show you the overactive bladder now, the prop. So in the OAB, we got the fresh celery juice. Work up to 32 ounces right here. We got the aloe vera, right? 2 inches. I cut it right there before. I don't want it dripping on the book. I cut it on, right? I cut it. You saw me eat that. We have that in here. Barley grass juice powder, 1 teaspoon. That's the Vimergy barley grass juice powder. I'm not sponsored if you guys just came on here, right? You're watching. Cat's claw, right? 2 dropperfuls twice a day. Curcumin, 2 capsules twice a day. D-mannose powder, 1 tablespoon 3 times a day. GABA. Isn't that interesting? Spirit of Compassion wanted GABA for OAB, right? GABA. And I can't tell you how many times I've used that information, family, friends, people throughout the years. When you use GABA for OAB, something changes because a lot of people's OAB, overactive bladder, is neurological. Nerves. They feel like they have to pee 100 times because nerves are sensitized. And GABA helps with sensitized nerves. You can't find this information anywhere. You can't. Medical medium information isn't common sense. It's above common sense, because common sense is actually just sense that everybody just naturally knows, right? You're raised like, don't cross the street while the traffic is really bad. Like when you're a baby, when you're a child, and you're holding on to mommy's hand, it's like, don't cross the street yet. You see the cars coming? That's called common sense, right? Everybody has common sense. Medical medium information just makes sense. It makes sense when nothing else makes sense out there. That's the difference between medical medium information. It's not common sense. Common sense is like, don't jump off the cliff onto those raging rocks and water down there and waves. You're gonna die if you do that. That's common sense, right? You don't do a selfie while hanging on a tower. Don't do a selfie while hanging off a building. Hey guys, wait, I'm holding on here. No, wait, guys. No, wait, I'm doing a selfie. Ah! Common sense is that, right? Medical medium information makes sense. And that's the whole point, right? It's above the common sense line. You won't find information about how to heal OAB by using GABA because medical research and science doesn't know that your overactive bladder could be neurological, which is your pudendum nerves, but more than that, all the nerves going around it and out of the bladder. And what you're feeling, the reason why you have to pee every second is you're feeling sensitized nerves. You can't find that anywhere. And that's why people heal around the world. It's incredible. So we got the protocol in here. It's magnesium glycinate is in that protocol. So that's the Vimergy magnesium glycinate right there. If you guys just came on here, 2 things someday you might want to get in your life. One is the Cleanse to Heal book. Another is high quality subs. This is Vimergy. You can find this stuff at vimergy.com, whatever. And high quality subs and learn protocols to move yourself forward, right? But either way, if you have the book, that's an incredible start because you can start with the cleanses. You can start with the knowledge there and the information. Some in overactive bladder, some magnesium glycinate. So here we are. Melatonin is in overactive bladder. Interesting. I'll tell you why. Because you get OCD with overactive bladder. If you're somebody that has the OCD overactive bladder, I peed, but I know I'm going to have to pee again in 5 minutes. I can't go to bed yet. I'm just starting to fall asleep, and I have to pee again. I'm just starting to fall asleep, and I have to pee again. Wait, I'm falling asleep, but I have to pee again. I just peed 5 more times. It's now 11:45 at night, and I think I'm good. I don't have to pee again. And then you have to pee again, and now you're off doing that right there. Okay? The melatonin's helpful for that, helpful for the brain to try to break the OCD aspect of overactive bladder. Look, if I didn't cover your illness today, if I didn't cover MS, if I didn't cover fibro, RA, or whatever that's going on, or your autoimmune, or constipation, or cysts protocol in here, or multiple sclerosis, or like I said, autoimmune, it's all in here. I'm just covering some of them. If you're somebody with overactive bladder, great. If you don't have overactive bladder, fine. I mean, I'm in here right now and I just see pandas right here. Just right here, it's pandas. Yeah, people are like, well, this medical medium doesn't know anything about pandas. Just our pandas community does, really? And then, you go into the pandas community and you look and it's like everybody's clueless. And you feel so bad. You feel bad for the moms. You feel bad for the kids. You feel bad for them all because they don't even know what to do. And it's so sad. And here's the pandas section right here. This is it right here. It's streptococcus infection, right? Associated, that's the whole thing where they say it's associated with streptococcus infection. True cause, a co-infection of one or more strains from over 50 groups of streptococcus bacteria, plus a virus, most commonly HHV6. You know why kids don't heal with pandas? It's rare they can do unless they use like certain protocol like pieces that they've gotten from medical medium in the last 35 years. The reason why kids don't heal well at all from pandas is because they just think it's strep and then their strep protocols aren't even correct. That's why. Because pandas is HHV6. Co-infection is streptococcus. See the difference right there? So the co-infection, even Epstein, Barr in HHV6, right? And that's medical medium information. Okay? And then toxic heavy metals is the other aspect of pandas. That's how you heal pandas. You get the metals out. You get the co-infections down. Right? Does it have anything to do with mycotoxin poisoning? That's a trigger. So mycotoxins, that's an actual trigger. So any kind of mold exposure, that's an actual trigger to lower the immune system. And then the real infectious problems about pandas are the real problems that creep up. Look, maybe right now this isn't important to a lot of people and they're just like, oh, I'll just go look for some other info or whatever. But when I'm gone down the road and it's going to be a bigger sea of confusion than anyone's ever seen before in history, because I've been told this over and over again by Spirit of Compassion, and it's the biggest sea of confusion ever. someone's going to have this book and they're going to be able to save their life. And that's what I think about every day. You guys, check it out when you get a chance. I could only cover a few things right now, but you know what? I'm going to go and do another live. But I just want to give you this other thing too, okay? You guys, Rumble. I'm talking about urine therapy on Rumble, 6:45 Eastern, 3:45 Pacific. Exclusive on Rumble. Make sure you subscribe there. It's going to be where I'm going to be spending a lot of time in the future, right? So make sure you find me there. Okay, I'm doing cool stuff there. Also check me out on MeWe. Check me out on Telegram too. I'm doing private exclusive messages on Telegram, right? And yeah, check me out there. So I'm covering more illnesses, symptoms, and conditions, and protocols. I'm letting you guys know right now in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. So in 10 minutes, I'm turning on Instagram. I call it Sensorgram. Sensorgram. I'm turning on Sensorgram because they're either going to mute me out on you guys or kick you guys off. I'm turning them on. I'm turning Telegram back on. I'm putting TikTok back on. All right. So I'll see you soon. I don't know. Maybe 10 minutes. So let's do it. And we'll talk about other conditions. All right. I love you guys.